Welcome back. This is Catherine Adewal. I really want to talk about something today, and I decided to go and I just decided to do this vlog, and you can see the caption: Yahoo boys, rituals, girls. And I really needed to talk about this, as it's really affecting a lot of people. People are talking about the Yahoo boys, the Yahoo plus, the rituals, the girls, the RIP, what is going on, and we want to know. We want to talk about this. What is happening? Why are these boys doing the things that they're doing? And what is happening, and what is society doing about it? Or don't we have to do something about it? Is it not about time? Isn't it about time that we really do something about what is going on with these ritual things taking place, and the girls who are involved, that are the victims of this as a result of these rituals? If you know there's something that you're interested in and somebody will benefit from this video or something, why don't you stay tuned? Let's talk about it. Rituals, or whatever, has been in existence for the longest time, as you know, in Nigeria. It has been ongoing, it has been happening. We've been hearing from the time of Okotoko and all of that. But most recently, it's like hell has been let loose. Like, there is nothing anymore. People are now doing it like on a daily basis, and it's like nothing is happening. I had somebody call me, a young lady from Nigeria, and she was like, about a couple of days ago, and she was talking to me about her getting married, settling down, and she has a boyfriend now, and the guy they just met not too long ago and proposed to her, and she doesn't even know what he does. She really doesn't know much about him, and she just wanted to share with me. And then I said to her, you need to find out what he does for a living, how he's making his money, who he is. You need to find out, you need to know, you need to bring him to the family. You have to have people know what is going on with you and him, what the relationship is. Our girls, we need to start asking questions. Who are these people? Who are these people that we want to go out with in the evenings, in the night, at night, to pubs, to parties, to stuff? You have to know the people that you're going out with. If you are not sure, or your gut is telling you not to go, then don't go. Because there's a lot happening out there. There are girls who have gone out and did not make it back home. I was actually watching a TikTok that was posted as a TikTok. And I'm not the kind of person that would come here and play some stuff, because it's very disturbing. And I just want you to listen to these guys. I hope it's just an act, wearing red, tying red material, and forcing these girls into a room, and they're singing something like this. Can you see? I can't even imagine the way that these girls are being dragged. Did you see that? I can't even tell you how I feel looking at this. I hope it's just an act. I hope it's just some drama. Because to have some boys lure some girls to a hotel, or to a room, or to a place, to a building, to a home, what could you have said to these girls? They could have earned your trust at some point, and that's why they came with you. And then now you took them to a place to commit what? Ritualism? To take their lives because of money? To waste them because of the things that you want to get in a life, in a world that we are not even promised, in a life, in a world that we're not even sure of the next moment? What is it we're looking for? And we keep posting things like this and put music, and just like, you want to bam with the big boys. Like, it's not fun. The girls are looking very terrified. They're so scared. They're looking so terrified. And then you find boys days after this, spending money, pumping champagne, throwing parties, spending money that we can't even ask them where they're getting this money from. What is going on? What is happening? Where is our conscience? I mean, the ladies, the girls that are involved in all of this, going out with these boys that you don't even know who they are. You have no inclination of who they are, what they have in stock for you. And you find yourself in a predicament. How do you come out from that predicament? You need to be aware of your surrounding. You need to be aware of the people that you've hung out with. You need to know that things are no longer the way they used to be. You need to know that things have changed as ladies, as young girls. The people who commit this crime, this offense, this ungodly acts are our brothers, our sons, our relatives, our neighbors, our people in our society. And yet we do nothing about it. We hear and we just want to share. Put music behind it and share it as TikTok. Let people see. Yes, we're trying to create awareness that is happening, but TikTok? This is unbelievable. I could see the fear in those girls' on their faces. Unless they're acting out, unless this is just some form of an act that is not real. If it's real, then something has to be done. Enough. Because the people you're hurting, young man, are people's sisters, children. The same thing that is happening to you, the same poverty you think you found yourself inside and want to get out of, is the same poverty that she found herself inside. People say, oh, they could be prostitutes. Does it really matter? And they're human beings? And the people? Didn't something push them into that is pushing you into it? What makes you think that you have the right to take them and use them because of money, for money? And society is blaming it on the government. Oh, it's the government. The government has to do something. There's no work, no job. I get it. We get it. We get you. We understand. But it's not enough for you to do what you're doing right now. It's not enough for you to carry out this ungodly act right now. It's not. We get it. There's some boys who go to school and come out of school and not even, they don't have a job. There is nothing happening in Nigeria. There are no jobs. How can they feed themselves? They've managed to go through school. Now they're out there in the society and they cannot even find a job so that they can even at least feed themselves. Let alone feed the people who really assisted them to go to school, maybe their parents or people that they've been living with. Some of them don't even have a place to put their head. Some of them they cannot tell you the next minute what is going to happen to them. They go and hang out with boys because they're not busy. They don't have anything to do. And you find people telling them in the society that they're supposed to, they're lazy. They're lazy. Oh, you're lazy. You can't do something. Yeah, we have people who are lazy. But the ones that are not lazy, where is the job? Where is the thing that they're supposed to do that will make money come in? Show them. Nigerians are very industrious. We have very strong people who have left school, who want to do something, who want to change their lives, who want to better themselves. But they don't have those things in place for them. No job. Nothing. Nothing to fall back on. And society says, they're screaming, the government, the government, the government. How about us as a society? How about us? Haven't we failed too? I'll tell you why. And this is my own honest opinion. And I don't think somebody should be out there getting angry because I've said the thing I want to say right now. This is my own opinion. How can you be in a party and you're spraying 10 million naira? 10 million naira. We see society parties going on. You see the men stretch their hands and they put stack of money in their palm. And you see them spray that money. Once they are done, they stretch their hands and their boys put it again and they spray that money. In the presence of young boys who haven't even eaten. They probably have trekked or walked all the way, how many miles, just to attend that party to see what's going to happen, because they've been told that big boys are coming, big people are coming, rich and wealthy people are coming. They haven't eaten. And we're complaining about Yahoo. We're complaining about ritualism. We're complaining about kidnap. When people are actually starving, when we know how crippled the economy is, you can still come and spray $10 million, 10 million naira, 10 million pounds. Some of you spray pounds, dollars, naira, and somebody is right there hungry, can't even pay their tuition fee, have not even paid their rent. I know people will be like, okay, I worked for my money. I struggled for my money, and I can spend it the way I want to. Oh, we get you. You can. But not in a society where we have predominantly almost 80% of the people are starving, hungry. Nothing is happening for them. If you have to spray money in parties, why don't you put it in an envelope and send it to the person? Or make a wire transfer if you're that rich. People are starving. Young boys are looking up to you. And then you come there, they can't even go back home. They have nothing. That's where they will eat their breakfast, their lunch, and probably their dinner. Just at that party. And they see you doing big boy, big man, 10 million, 20 million, and you're spraying. And you're probably living there in a very exotic car. And they're watching you. They have no job. They have nothing. They have nothing. And they're watching you. And they cannot continue like that. What do you think they will result to? Exactly my point. Who are the victims? The girls. The girls. The girls. The guys around them that they can use as well. Just for money ritual. Their mothers, because we've seen cases where people are now using their mothers, young boys using their mothers. Mothers, we really need to pray. We need to pray. We need to talk to our sons. We need to call them and begin to encourage them. We need to call them back. Call them back. Let's start talking to them. Because you might be the next person. And you, these rich men, or you rich people who go out there and spray money and ask for money, and they put them on your palm, and you're spraying it in the presence of people who have not even fed themselves. Your daughters could be the next victim. Be careful. This is not government anymore spraying money. You are spraying that money. We, us in this society, we are the ones causing all of this. We come in convoy. To do what? To impress or to suppress. We drive in convoys. You see people carry cars, 7, 10 cars in convoy. We're here to impress. We want to make sure people understand that we're here. Really? What about the small boys who run after you? Uncle, can you help me? I just graduated from school. I have nothing to do, no job, nothing. Can you help me? The system is already messed up. And now they're coming to you. You can't even help them. But you can bring out money in their presence and you can spray. Of course they want to be like you. They have nothing to fall back on. If they were companies or industries set up for them to give them jobs, they won't run after you. They will not come to you. You can spray all the money you want to spray. They won't come to you. They have something to eat. They have something to spend. These boys don't have where to go. Some are not even in school. They dropped out of school because they could not afford their tuition fees. Some now got influenced by other people, other boys, other guys, young boys, 18, 20, 21. They want to be rich because of what they see. And I heard somebody say something about, oh, well, we can put this thing out there, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you have to see these things and repeat what we're doing. Really? Social media is monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. Our boys are looking at you. They see these things, they want to have it. And don't get me wrong, some people have worked their hard and like they have worked for a very long time for them to be able to make that money that you see them spend. Yes, we know. But not in a society where you already know that there is something going on. The oppression, it's too much. And I'll fall on the churches. What is the church doing? As a society, we go to church, as people, as a community. This is not about the government. What do? You find a lady leaving her home, or a mother with children. Her husband probably have gone to the church very early to organize things in church, and she's now running to the church to get organized or to go through with her children religiously as she used to every Sunday to church. And as she's leaving, you hear the landlord telling her, go to that church. Make sure when you're coming back, you bring my money. Pray to your God that you are bringing my rent to me. When you're coming back, tell your pastor, tell your church members to contribute money and come and give me for my rent. And she's going to church. She's coming to your church, pastor. Geos. What is the church doing? I know you cannot help everyone, but there are certain people who have come to your church. That's a community. And then you see churches do bazaar. They're raising funds. And the congregation, half of that congregation are people who cannot even afford to send their children to school. They are hungry. They came there for a reason. To pray so that God will answer their prayers. So that they'll be able to feed themselves, feed their children, probably pay their children's tuition fees. And run at least small business. Something to just keep them going. That's why they're in church, they're praying. And you're giving them hope. Believe, believe, believe. We open the Bible and we're asking them, believe. Poverty is not of God. Miracles. Miracles. And you hold bazaar. You didn't wait for the miracle, but you held a bazaar. That means you had a plan. You knew you were going to raise money. You had people plan these things with you. And you tell your congregations, be hopeful. Be hopeful. You did bazaar. And then you have people who are not even members of your church. People that are outside. People that are not even believers. People that are even idol worshippers will come and make a donation. Are you serious? In a church? 10 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. And the people who clap and sit down and watch are your congregation. They don't even have money to pay their rent. What is the church doing about it? We are part of the society. We form the church. Let us help ourselves first before we begin to talk about the government. What have we done for ourselves? The woman is probably sitting there with her children, remembering what the landlord just told her. I'm sure the church will be like, are we supposed to be paying their rent or stuff? Of course. Of course, that's why they came to church. We've been distributed into little communities. Take care of the people in your church first, so that other people can take care of the people who come to their church. It will make an impact. It may not change everything, but it will go a long way if only we care. If only we care. If only we understand the values that we have. Humanity. We have drawn away from humanity. We have picked the things that really, really favor us. The things that we are happy about to talk about. And we have disconnected ourselves from humanity. Hence, the boys are doing what they're doing in terms of rituals. Hence, people are defrauding people. Hence, girls have to go out there and sell their body because they have to survive. Because they have to be in school. Because there's nobody that will pay their tuition fees. Or there's nothing for them to do. No job. What happened to Keke Mawa? Keke Mawa? What happened to humanity? What happened to having at least a department in the church that will cater for the needs of the people who come to church? You're making 5 million, 10 million, 20 million donation. People are donating, and you cannot take part of that money and have a department that will cater for the people who come to your church. I'm not talking about people outside your church. I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about the people, the poor people in your church. Do you know the ripple effect it will have if churches begin to do that? Have a department? And I know that once you pay the first year, some people will come back and be like, oh, and the church will be like, where do you expect me to get this money from? Okay, we're helping you. You cannot help people like that. You have to truly help them. For real, for real. Create fundraising. Something. Because once you start, everybody wants to do the same. Humanity. Care really. The Bible that we preach says, whatsoever you do to the least of my brother, that you do unto me. Whatsoever you do to your neighbor, to the other person, that you do unto me. That's Jesus Christ talking. What did Jesus do when he was feeding, when he was preaching, and there was no food? We had 5 loaves of bread, 2 fishes. And his disciples were like, Rabbi, Jesus, we can't feed these people. They're hungry, they're starving. And you're preaching to people in your church that are hungry, they're starving. What did he do? He prayed. And he didn't just say, oh, send them away. They should be helping themselves. When they were coming here, why didn't they bring food and water to eat? He didn't say that. He made sure he took care of the community. He took care of the people who were with him. He expanded what he had. He prayed and made sure it became multiples and fed multitudes. What is the church doing? We preach. Do we do? Do we do? Have we done enough? Have we really done enough? Some of you know you can help these children or these boys off the street, and yet it doesn't bother you. We're okay, we're fine. We wear a high-end suit and tie and come to church and talk and live big and live and look at people around us. Who is watching? Who is not watching? Yeah. Really? We have to find a way to balance it. We have to find a way to balance this and stop this whole thing going on right now in our society, because it's a plague that has come to stay. If care is not taken, it hurts, because these are our brothers, our children, our relations. We stand together as the people that we are. We're supposed to be strong together. We're supposed to be functioning and living for each other. Not oppressing and suppressing and spending money in the eyes of people who have not even seen anything yet. And we're asking them to be of good behavior. We're expecting the best from them. How can you ask a child to go to school to study and expect that child to pass his exams and come out with flying colors, when you haven't even given the child the tools to study, the books to study? Is running up and down, trying to make ends meet to pay his tuition fees. How can he really sit down to study, and you want the end result to be good? And to you, my brothers, if you're thinking about getting rich quick by using somebody's head, whatever it is, or parts of the body, and indulge yourself in this ungodly thing, please stop. Please stop right now. Because the life you see is not even easy for the person you want to use. Okay? Remember, you're hurting somebody else that is hurting as much as you are hurting. This is not the way forward. This is not the way of life. You are bigger than this. You are better than this. Don't be influenced by other people who have lost their minds. Find your way. Check your true value. You rather suffer than to take somebody's life because you want to be rich overnight. Trust me. God is watching you. There is still God, and there is humanity. And don't ask me, where is God when I was suffering and going through all this? Because even when you're spending the money, God is still there. The rain that falls on you falls over somebody else. The girls that you use, the people that you kill, the people that you use for this ritual, they have families. They have people who love them. They are not useless people. They want money too. They didn't use you. Why are you using them? It's unfortunate. And now mothers, you're involving your mothers, you're using your mothers. I hope something resonates inside of you. I hope you understand the reason and the purpose why you're here. Is not to kill people or to take somebody's life and become rich overnight. Forget all these things you see in social media. Forget the money that you see. Keep praying. Try to be the best that you can. Unfortunately, the system has failed. But is that the way out? I'll keep praying for you, regardless. Because this is ignorance. This is stupidity. It is uncalled for. I hope God touches your heart. If you're thinking about this mess right now, please come out of it. Snap out of it. Look for help. Try. And our brothers and sisters and our mothers out there, the society, let's try and talk to our young ones. Let's talk to them. Let's find out what is in their mind, because most often times than none, they tell you the truth. They talk. They tell you. When they're frustrated, they tell you. How can we help? Let's keep looking for a way. If you love this program and you enjoy it, let God just subscribe, like, share. Until next time, keep keeping it real. Okay? Bye.